Girls, dodgeball sucks. Boys. How HBO wants you to think it looked. How it really looked. Bronze Age outfits according to Hollywood. The stuff people actually wore. The current generation probably doesn't even know that there are two people in this picture. Why Genghis Khan never invaded India. Mussolini marched on Rome. Mussolini's supporters marched on Rome. He was in Milan, so he could flee if the march failed. What if you wanted walkable cities with public transit, but cow lobbyists said, "My country has red in its flag that resembles blood." America has never been invaded in its entire existence, brother. Are we a joke to you? I can fix him. Yes, the Holy Roman Empire looked like that. The Chinese farmer who thought he was the brother of Jesus after he started a rebellion that killed 20 to 70 million people. Alexander the Great after he conquered an entire freaking empire so he could name 50 cities after himself. Persecution of Christians in pagan Rome. History nerds. Persecution of pagans in Christian Rome. Persecution of Christians in the caliphates. The Wi-Fi password is on the back of the router. The back of the router. An asteroid wiping out nearly every species on Earth. Mammals. Lizards. Napoleon going through Europe and giving every small city their own country. You're a guest at a funeral. It's Genghis Khan's funeral. Dragons in European mythology, greedy, fire-breathing beasts that had to be slain. Dragons in East Asian mythology, immortal spirits that are symbols of good luck. Dragons in Filipino mythology, I'm going to steal the moon. Poets of the time writing in Latin and using a set rhyme scheme. Dante inventing his own rhyme scheme and dialect that later became the basis of modern Italian. Army to conquer Portugal and to occupy Spain as well. France. Spain. Allies, we defeated Napoleon. It's time for the French to pay for everything. Charles Maurice de Talleyrand. No. Controversies regard US Constitution amendments. First. Second. Third. Americans in 1983 believing video games were a dying fad. Some playing card company in Japan. Katanas are better. Longswords are better. Spears. Every country choosing colors for the flags based on what they represent. Charles III of Spain choosing as flag the winner of a national contest because the colors can be easily seen at sea. The boss when you fight him. The boss when you unlock him as a playable character. Germany inflation 1923 29,500%. Hungary hyperinflation 1946 41 quintillion 900 quadrillion%. The fastest things on Earth. Cheetah. Airplane. Speed of light. Brits when they see free land. Italian generals when they find out attacking the Isonzo again for the 50th time won't immediately collapse the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Church. Peasants. State. When you learn that Kim Jong-il's birth was a divine event that occurred on active volcano and that throughout his life, he was able to control the weather with his mood. How the F do people come up with this? A peaceful life at Mount Vernon. George Washington. Literally everyone telling him to be president. The CIA during the Cold War. I don't care if democracy or basic human rights wins. I just need communism to lose. JFK sitting next to his wife while Marilyn Monroe sings happy birthday. If you do not study, you will end up like him. Literally was an emperor. The USA when George Washington wanted to return to his farm then be president. What? I'll build my own wall. Brick by brick. I'll be alone. But safe. You banned Germany from buying or making any and all Maxim type machine guns and the Treaty of Versailles. They invent the MG34 instead. The Wehrmacht defeating France in 6 weeks. Napoleon taking Berlin in 19 days. He isn't ashayable in America. He isn't ashayable in India. Swedes trying to invade Copenhagen. Danish Navy being superior to the Swedish Navy. It's winter, meaning the Swedish infantry can run across the ice and invade. Danish artillery firing the ice, resulting in 1,700 Swedes drowning. The megafauna of a continent when they see humans settling. I've had a good run. We are close to losing all our World War II veterans, and time is running out to ask them questions and collect their stories and experiences for future generations. The Greeks were so full of wisdom. So civilized too. No, man is a featherless biped. Behold, a man. Ronald Reagan explaining how spending government money on a missile defense system involving space lasers is a good idea. Russia selling Alaska to the US for $7 million. Hundreds of billions of dollars worth of oil in Alaska. Us citizens getting ready to welcome home Vietnam War veterans. Norwegians, after having one of the most effective non-violent resistances to the Germans in World War II, they spread a lot of illegal press. Fries were invented in Paris. Fries were invented in Paris. And were already called French fries. And were already called French fries. Before the First World War. Before the First World War. Fries were invented in Paris. And were already called French fries before the First World War. We invented French fries, and they are called that way because our French-speaking soldiers gave some to American soldiers in World War I. Me and the boys doing absolutely nothing at all. Nobody. Some old Polish general after he learned that Hungarians are revolting against Habsburgs. I have been called. I must answer, always. When you're just chilling watching a mountain pass and you suddenly hear a trumpeting noise and a massive army led by a dude on the back of a grey snake-nosed monster comes over the Alps. Homeless German couple circa 1923, colorized. Ancient Romans when they go to any city not named Rome. So uncivilized. If I had a nickel for every time an Arab farmer found a religious text in a cave, I'd have 3 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. If I invade Laconia, you will be destroyed, never to rise again. Letter from King Philip II. The Spartans. If Canada and Quebec. Charles de Gaulle saying long live free Quebec in a speech and leaving shortly after. The most iconic Christian symbol is the cross. Me, an intellectual. Vietnamese celebrating the end of the American conflict. The Vietnamese who actually fought in the war. Great heroes of history. The horse Genghis Khan fell from. History of France. How people remember it. Gravity and the laws of motion. Remembering Isaac Newton. His work on light. The fact that he invented the ridges on coins and was essentially the first person to use modern chemistry methods. Stalin after one of Hos' speeches. The first person to stop applauding. The second person. People of the past when their settlement is burned for the 3rd time in 2 years. Ah crap, here we go again. After liberating Europe from evil dictators. I think I forgot something. If you forgot, then it wasn't important. Yeah, you're right. Soviet propaganda. Best tank ever. T-34 after 3 shots. Why the air cleaner doesn't work, I can't breathe. The French. We have learned from our past and will never let so much power be in the hands of a single person. Minutes later. Oh my god, Napoleon. Bonjour. The perfect pencil holder doesn't exist. Germans drive around their fancy wall. The French. I have absolutely no idea what to do. I suggest we panic. Alfred Nobel creating an award to celebrate those who benefited mankind after a French newspaper called him the Merchant of Death. I will not die, monster. prehistorical humans when they had to sacrifice a bit of their height to have agriculture and civilizations. A small price to pay for civilization. USA thinking they are the best. China thinking they are the best. Vietnam who has defeated both of them. Austrians and Ottomans fighting each other for centuries, only to perish together in World War I as allies. Explaining to my colleagues where to find the best brothels after a 16-hour shift in the shoe factory. 1860 US election. 1864 US election. Indigenous people, there's a massive city of gold. I wish I lived there. European colonizers, did you say gold? Galileo Galilei be like, the earth revolves around the sun, change my mind. Anime lovers when they find out that Imperial Japan used guns. How many other lies have I been told by the council? When you make changes to your agricultural policies, and it leads to one of the worst man-made disasters. Mao Zedong. 13 colonies, independence is too much, but we can settle for changes to these acts. Britain, I'm done trying to convince you. Rasputin and the Russian Queen. The Tsar. The Emperor finally orders the conquest of Britannia. He stalls the invasion to collect seashells. Random people on the internet, the only reason there are pyramids in Egypt is because they are too heavy to be carried to the British Museum. Meanwhile, the Louvre Museum. Hey, this guy has an opinion on who really won World War II. See. Nobody cares. Stalin, soldier. Soldier, yes sir. Stalin, close your eyes. Soldier, okay sir. Stalin, what do you see? Soldier, nothing sir. Stalin, that's your food. A Japanese Nera emperor introducing silver coins to the people. I think I forgot something. If you forgot, then it wasn't important. Yeah, you're right. The silver of the coin is more expensive than the coin itself. Get the forge heated. Thank you for watching this video. Tune in at 5 PM British time for a video of changing topic, and at 7 PM for daily juicy memes. Check out my Discord server using the link in the description. Also be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you didn't already.